Hello everybody at Enchanted Emerald. This is Melissa bringing you another reading here for today, Thursday evening, September 2nd, 2021. I hope everybody has had a phenomenal start to their September. I know there has been so much going on in the energy, at least for me, so I'm sure that there's a lot going on out there for everybody else. As I give people a couple of minutes to hop on here on the Facebook Live, if you're catching me on the live, please hit me in the comments. Let me know you're watching so that I know who's on. And if you're catching me on the replay, please don't hesitate to hit me with the hashtag replay so that I am, able to hit you up in the comments and say thank you, of course, for watching, hopping on. As we get started here, I definitely feel, that there's a lot of chaos out there in the energy. I think there's a lot of really amazing things here for us, though, as well. I tap into the energy. I get the Two of Wands out of the traditional Rider-Waite deck, What I'm feeling with this is you see this person standing there with the world in their hands, right? All of this opportunity, so many things that abound, but standing yet in the safety of the comfort zone, the safety and security of the castle, thinking about leaving, thinking about getting out there and exploring what is out there, right? So this person, really is seeing the opportunity, right? Has the world in the hand, seeing all of the opportunities that are available out there. Hi, CG, thanks for hopping on. But is wondering, is this something that I want to do? Is this risk really worth it? What's going to be happening in the end of all of this for me? And so this person is taking the wrong perspective, though, right? Really maybe having a little bit of a sad feeling, right, about leaving the castle to go out there. But they're not seeing that once they leave the castle and they go out there and they search for all of these different opportunities, that it could be something that they find that's, Spirit is using the word life sustaining. It's giving you life. You're not feeling so closed off in that castle. You're not stuck, so to speak, right? When we are not out there seeking new opportunities, doing things, taking a risk, we are really, in essence, keeping ourselves in a place where we could not feel fulfilled anymore, where things could become stagnant, right? And it's funny because I was actually watching Leo King today, and that was almost similar to what he was saying as well, where he was like, there's a tsunami coming, there's a warning of the tsunami, and then you're all like, I can't go get on the boat, or I don't want to go diving because, I feel like I'm not ready yet. But it's about survival, right? And so going out there so that you're feeling like your soul isn't pinched off from, all of the amazing things that are out there for you, or getting out there so that you are going from one thing that isn't necessarily as fulfilling or aligning with you anymore into something that is in alignment with you, right? And so yes, of course, it's going to involve risk, right? So there's the two paths for you. You either stay or you go. And there is a risk involved. But with anything that you do there, in life, there is a risk. And so instead of seeing it as this is really unfortunate, and yes, you're unhappy about making that change and seeing that as, an unpleasant thing, see it as a way to embrace a new world, so to speak. And I really love that, right? Of course, respect the feelings, honor the feelings. I want to say that, of course, all the way, right? We have a whole process that we have to embrace as we're out there in choosing, right? All of these different things that are at our disposal now. We have all of these things. This was at the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Cups. We have so many different paths that we can choose. Which one is right for you? And making sure that you're aligning yourself with something that is going to be just as fulfilling, if not more fulfilling, than what you are currently in, right? So making sure that you're making good choices in terms of that. So, but being dynamic about it, right? Understanding that life is constantly changing. You have to roll with the tide sometimes and make sure that you're making progress with that and keeping a positive attitude and staying full of energy in the process, because as you do that, you're embracing those changes a little bit better. And, I think that, sometimes we like to stay in a settled place. Maybe we prefer to be in a settled space, but there's a call to action here right now for us to be bold with our moves, and also to raise our standards, right? So when I think of standards, I'm thinking like standards of how we treat one another, raising our standards of what we want our expectations to be in our life. That's so two of wands. What I feel with this too is there's a lifeline out there for us, right? So, I feel like there's like this phone a friend. I feel like something could come in for you in terms of like you're having a conversation with somebody about what it is that you want in your life, and then they offer you this amazing opportunity, right? Or they say, I know something for you. Okay, so just be open in terms of that. But I'm shown with this too, from Spirit, the ant spirit animal, which I really love. This is so much to me, meaning community, coming together, working together, cooperation, building, right? And when I think of the ant, you think of those little buggers. They're so tiny, but they can carry so much. You see them sometimes with like food that's like 3 times their size on their back, and they're like, or whatever it is that they're carrying, and they can do so much even though they're small. So just be mindful that you can accomplish so much more than you think that you can accomplish, okay? And in order to do this, you might have to take some time here to give yourself some space to clear your mind, right? You don't want to be making decisions of like what path is best for you out of fear. You don't want to be making decisions out of what path is best for you with like a clouded judgment, right? You don't want to be doing that with anxiety. You don't want to be doing that from a place of what's happening, where am I going to go next? And I just need something to fill that space, to fill that void, so that you don't have to feel yourself into one of these positions, right? You have to feel your way into it with your intuition, right? You're not going to be using your feelings to dictate. You're going to be using your intuition to dictate what's next for me, what is the best path for me, and what is in alignment and is for my highest and best here. And that's really a beautiful space to do that. So if you are in a space where you're feeling sad, if you are in a space where you're feeling anxious, if you have these things happening right now, take a time out, right? Take space, go for a walk, do some self-care, go get a massage, do your nails, go for a jog, take a hot bath, whatever that looks like for you. Do some yoga. Really, really, really work some of that out, so that when you are in a space where some of that clears a bit, try to really tap into your intuition, do some meditation, and ask Spirit, what is for my highest and best, and what should I expect, right? So doing that from a clear mind to put your best foot forward in terms of what's coming in the future for you, okay? I do feel like there's going to be a space where you might be stuck in indecision, and that's okay. But you can't stay there. You have to be able to just, like Nike, just do it. At some point you're going to have to jump from the ship, right? You're going to have to jump from the castle, leave the castle and go do something that you might be scared to do it, right? You might be like, I'm not certain about this, but it could be the best endeavor that you put your time and effort into, right? But you never know until you try. But I do feel like there'll be a period of reflection here, where it was like, I hear like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, right? So there could be some grieving and acceptance that you have to get to before you get ready to take this next journey, to take these next steps, right? And it isn't going to happen overnight, right? You might have to actually take the steps to leave the castle, before you fully accepted the fact that you're leaving the castle, right? And so that's okay. Starting to make the moves and then trusting, you know, having some faith and trusting your spirit to bring in what is for your highest and best is really, really important here. So beautiful read here we have for us for this Thursday. I do so hope that this resonates for you. And if it does, please do let me know in the comments below if you're interested in that. I'd love to hear from you guys. And as always, if you're catching me on the YouTube, you can hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you are notified as I work on the rest of the September readings, okay? Because I'm going to be working on them as well. And I'm going to hopefully get some love readings out again soon. I love doing love readings because I love love. And so I think that that's something that I'm meant to do, is to help people on their path with that as well. So if you're interested in your own personal reading, as always, you can hit me in the messenger or at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. And you can also purchase a reading now on the Square site, which is pinned at the top of the Facebook page, or if you're catching me on the YouTube, in the description box below. And I will be back as always with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.